right, guys, I got some Bills coverage for you. Primetime matchup for your Bills versus my Dolphins. This is going to be a very focused podcast on 2 points. I did an overview previously for my Dolphins beating you guys tonight, but it was an overview on all the parts. To me, there's always a lot of things that go into beating a team. But for you guys, the keys to beating my Dolphins, and obviously my Dolphins to beating you guys, is running the football and stopping the run. Running the football for you guys on offense and stopping the run on the defense. I want to go over that tonight, the matchups and how critical it is. Now, for me, the number one critical aspect for you guys is running the football. A couple of years ago when I started covering you, I talked about a balanced offense where you're passing the football and running the football, 2 tight end looks, play action, all that stuff is critical for your success. And Alan, my man at Tommy at Mafia Sports Report talked about how you guys were the only team that didn't take advantage of your home field advantage. Now you got it. You've got, I think, the perfect formula for you guys to win, perfect formula to take advantage of your home field advantage. So tonight, running that football is going to be so critical, especially inside. Last week, the Jags, they really punished us in the first half, inside and out, and it put them in position to really knock us out. Second half, we kind of slowed it down. They were still in position. The fumble going to the end zone was critical. But there's a Warren Sharp article, how to stop the Ravens defense from last year, which is the defense that the Dolphins are using this year. McDonald, who is the DC for the Ravens, is kind of given the same philosophy and defense that Weaver's using. And when you read that article and you watch the games, it's critical to run that football and be successful on first down to get a two-way go on second down and keep the offense on schedule. So you guys running the football, and you were able to do that against the Cards last week, especially inside. Cook hitting the hole, doing jump cut and getting upfield. It's going to be critical. Now, from the Dolphins' defense, their edge play, it's going to be very interesting. Agba played very well for us. Chop, a rookie, top rookie. He has struggles a little bit against the run. It'll be interesting to see. Phillips had a great game, but he's on a short week. And will the Dolphins give him full amount of snaps, considering these 2 games are so close? The edge play from the Dolphins are going to be critical to stopping you guys. Kincaid and Knox, Shakir, being able to do some crack blocks, getting this edge off, but it's going to be the interior for you guys with Edwards and McGovern and Torrance. Torrance didn't have a great game last week. Can he go against Campbell, who's giant, all-pro, Hall of Famer guy, who's moved inside and still played very well against the run? I thought he was struggling in the run, but do well in the pass, but it was the opposite last week. Sealer, stud on our side. And then some guys in the backup, Peely and Jones and a Hand. Can you guys get that movement inside and get to our linebackers of Long and Brooks, who do kind of struggle getting off blocks? They're really great when they're kept clean. Can you guys do it? If you can do that, then the play action is going to take off. We're going to start playing heavy blitzes to run blitz and pass blitz. We're going to crunch up in the boxes, and that's going to help your receivers, who aren't the greatest receivers, but they do pretty well. You guys spread the ball around. Coleman can make things happen, but with Fuller and Ramsey and Poyer and Holland, it's going to make it tough unless you guys are forcing that inside run. Now, the inside run is incredible, and the outside run in general is time of possession. It's going to be a hot night. You guys lost 2 of your DNs for this game. You're going to have Von Miller, who had a really good game last week. Espinez, who played really well. Rousseau and Tohill. But, you're going to need a little bit, and Rousseau, like I said, is unbelievable. But you're going to need that rotation to be fresh. The quicker this game get over with, the less reps there are on the field, the less likely you're going to get gassed. We're going to run lots of screens, make you guys run, and hopefully tire you out in the second half. So it's going to be Edwards and McGovern and Torrance going against Sealer and Campbell, going against Jones and Peely and Hand, can you get that movement to get to Long and Brooks at the second level? They struggle at times shedding blocks. They're good when they're free, so that's going to be the key. You guys needed time of possession to get this game over with and not get gassed in the second half. But as far as your defense goes, being able to go against, I don't know, we were able to really kind of lay into the Jags in the second half. We weren't able to do it in the first half on the ground. Second half, we were and knocked them out. Was it the time of possession? Because it was an 8-minute lopsided time of possession. Were they gassed? They're a small front. They sat in the sun. So did my Dolphins finally dial up the right plays and execute and be able to execute not against a weakened defense, a small defense, a tired defense, but is this something they could be able to do in the first half against you guys and maybe if you're not tired? So it's going to be very interesting to see how Ed Oliver, Daquan Jones, Carter, your Dwayne Carter, your rookie this year who played pretty well, and Austin Johnson are able to stop that inside run attack. We haven't been historically good at it. I'm really wondering if it's an anomaly that we did it in that second half or if it's a start of something new that we're able to do. And if it is, it's going to put a lot of stress on you guys. That secondary, the safety group, they're new. I don't know if we can really trust them. Rasul Douglas, I really like what he's done last year and this year. Benford, I like a ton. A little worried about his speed to play man. You guys blitz, but if we can hold that blitz off and keep Benford into mid to late clock, it kind of be a little bit of trouble. And Tyron Johnson's not in. Now, Tyron Johnson's an unbelievable cover guy. I think you get a bump up from Cam Lewis in the run game. But the pass game, can he cover? But it's all going to come down to you stopping that run inside and to the edges. I think he got a pretty good shot of slowing it down to the edges. Although one missed tackle, and you guys struggle with missed tackles a little bit last week, it could be a big deal. But if you allow that inside run game, it's going to open everything up. I think, though, if you stop that inside run game, you could play shell coverage, work the edges and deep. It's going to make it hard for us. That's what the Jags were able to do. So this is really the keys for you guys. It's the ground game on both sides. You got to get the game over. You're not sitting in the sun, but it's still going to be a hot day. A little bit of a rotation issue on the edges for you guys. And Allen, I think if you keep the ball out of his hands and I mean, obviously, he's a huge play guy. I love Allen. I've been talking him up for years. But if you ask him to play hero ball too much like Dorsey and Dable would have done, he has a tendency to sometimes win you big games and make huge plays quite often. But also just he goes a little too far. He's a little too conscientious, and he turns the ball over, and it leaves the teams in play to take the win. And the Dolphins are a big play offense. So if you can grind that football out, and stop our run, Allen could play his game without having to overdo it. I really, really like your chances. So those are my keys, guys. Good luck today. I want you to lose. My wife's coming to the game. I want to win desperately. But may the best team win, really. It comes down to that. Best teams win. As much as I want my team to win, whoever wins, they should deserve it. They will deserve it, and that's what it's going to be. So, guys, enjoy the game. I have to say, go Fins, but all the best luck to you. Curtis, say catch you next time. Be well. Start building your own online sportsbook today by getting signed up with aceperhead.com service that'll allow you to book action on sports from all around the world.